In our last episode, we shared the previous 8 months of cruising the Chesapeake Bay with you. And we ended up in a beautiful sail down Choptank River all the way to Oxford, Maryland. And that's where everything changed for us.
Not a good day on Cadence. Not a good day at all. God dang it. I knew better. I knew way better. We're only in 7 feet of water and I had a 6-to-1 ratio out on the scope.
Okay, let's explain something real quick. Your anchor security is based on the size of the anchor, the chain, and the scope. Scope is the amount of chain divided by the total depth. So if you have 60 feet of chain in 6 feet of water, that's a 10-to-1 ratio, 60 divided by 6. But hold on. The mistake often made is that we don't calculate total depth. That's depth of water plus depth of the boat, known as freeboard, plus the height of any waves that are going to lift the boat higher. So let's go back to the math. 60 foot of chain, 6 feet of water, plus 4 foot of boat height, plus 1 foot waves. That's 11 feet total depth, not 6. Also meaning it's not a 10-to-1 scope, it's 5.5 to 1. Not enough for a storm. If your scope is too short, it'll lift up on the anchor and you will drag.
Not enough. We had gale force winds. I checked it this morning. Okay, so not a good day on Cadence, but you can't cry over spilled milk. Here we are. We tried getting the boat off with the diesel and with the dinghy, both by pushing the dinghy from behind and by pulling from the front. It was just too much wind at the time. The wind has settled down into the teens now. But we're not trying again because we have the towboat coming. However, while the boat is on the keel right now, it's still floating. I can feel the waves. That's encouraging. We're not but we are hard on the keel. I want to examine the bolts. I want to see if there's any movement in them, right? I'm starting to think now, okay, after we get off, are there going to be damages? What kind of repairs? The rudder is my primary concern, but the keel is something we can look at here. We're going to go down in the bilge. We haven't cleaned it out in a while, so I'll be a little embarrassed to show you, but it is what it is. Here we go. Let's take a look down here and let's see if there's any movement in the keel bolts. That'll be interesting. All right, so actually it's not that dirty. It's just clear water. All right. Visually, I don't see anything. Let me just feel on the bolts as the boat is rocking. See if I notice any small amounts of movement. I don't feel anything at all. There's like a series of like 12 bolts or 9 bolts. And I have 3 separate bilges and they're in each of the bilges. I don't feel anything. Any movement at all. All right. I mean, I don't even know if there would be movement. I just think if there was, that'd be bad. So that's nice to see. We do have a wing keel. So that means the keel comes down and makes kind of T shape. So we're sitting on one of those wings, and that's kind of a concern. However, it's not fiberglass, it's solid lead, that wing is. So that shouldn't, I wouldn't think, take damage unless the weight that's on it is too much for the metal, right? And I've seen some keels where they bend. I've also seen the lead keel. It's really thick. It's not a thin piece of lead. So probably more just talking like like someone would talk to a therapist. So I'm just thinking through all my stresses and sharing those worries with you, and just thinking through the problems right now. It's good that the wind is softened, so there's no more pounding on the rudder. As soon as I get off the hard here and we re-anchor, we're going to reassess the rudder. I might even suit up and get in the cold water and check it out. If, though, as we get towed, we feel that there's something wrong with that rudder, we're going to forego the anchoring. We already have a haul out place prepared, and we'll go there, and we'll just quick haul right here in town, make examinations, and see where we're at. All right, so TowBoat is going back and forth, trying to, dig us out. And then once we've gone up about 10 feet. Once we get good enough, we're about to go the other way. We're gonna put the diesel on and try to get out of it. So here comes the heeling the other way. I'm gonna get on the other side of the boat. It's pretty solid grounding.
It's 4.8 all the way back here.
4.8 feet. You put the boat hook in the water earlier, did it?
But now we are.
Yeah, so you good?
It's still saying 4.8 feet.
We're gonna have to dig out. All right. Holy jeez. We're free. Oh my God. But we're not home free. How's the rudder? Does it feel super loose? It looks super loose. Oh shit. Well, anyway, we're free. Problem one solved. Let's get Mom's opinion. I'm gonna go check this out.
Oh, I tripped on something. That's dangerous.
I have no words. I'm a little stressed out, but I was trying to be really calm because Matt was a little sad about dragging. So we'll see what happens, but at least we're free and I don't have to worry about sleeping tonight by the cemetery, so that's good.
Good morning and welcome to the Tread Avon River. It's the day after the event, but we're leaving today because freaking light air. We don't know about the incident yesterday. We don't know if there's any damage to the boat. I believe it's likely there's not, other than we're going faster than we were previously, so we might have scraped off a lot of barnacles. But really, I've inspected the rudder post. I tried to video the rudder. It's too murky, the water is, and too cold to get in. But the rudder post looks good. There's no leaks. The helm feels normal. I mean, you start to overthink it and wonder, is it a little looser, is it not? It feels normal and it's functioning appropriately. We're going to cover all of our bases in a proper haul out at a boat yard. But the boat's working good. So I'm going to be very impressed if there's no cracks on that rudder. I'm going to be very impressed.
So it was heartbreaking because I don't like to see her so upset. She was crying and she's just not happy being on the boat when she felt like the house was going under. So it was tough. It was tough to stay in control and not be too emotional about it.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like bad, 10 being amazing, what was your happiness level during yesterday's event?
I'm going to go with a solid 2, and only because normally, since we've been on the boat, when things go bad, I panic and I don't know what to do and I feel terrified. But yesterday Matt was kind of sad. Olivia was really upset. So I'm giving myself a solid 2 because I was able to stay in control and stay calm and be helpful and not escalate within myself. So I was proud of myself. So I give myself a 2. It was a bad day, but it wasn't 0, you know.
It's a very positive spin on the day. I was going to say 0. But yeah, I was really proud at how we worked together. Once we got rid of the initial anxiety of we're heading to the rocks, we just worked together and solved the problem and supported each other. I was very proud of that. And I was thinking, what if this is a total loss, you know? What were you thinking?
Well, when I noticed how close we were to the cemetery and I could see the rocks there, and we tried to move the boat with the dinghy and the motor and it wasn't going anywhere, I did have that moment of, well, there's nothing I can do. What would I take off the boat? Like, what things are most important to me that are on the boat? Of course, I'd want to take everything because it's our stuff, it's our house, it's our things, but that's all I could think about was, well, it is what it is. There's nothing else we can do. What do I need to think about in case I need to take something off? I didn't come up with a list of anything.
Did you not?
No, in that moment I was just like, well, I like my things, but they can be replaced, so
Yeah.
maybe laptops and communication, that would be probably it.
So you can keep working this week, right?
Yeah.
Get a hotel and keep working.
We would take that Starlink off.
Definitely take the Starlink. Without it, we can't work.
So there's not a lot on the boat that has so much meaning, so it wasn't a long thought in my mind. It was a short thought.
Can't get to it.
Okay, we do have to unlock this good spot. Start. Okay. Stop.
Well, Solomons have changed. It's a little harder to get to shore via dinghy. The Zimmermans, is that the name of the place? Sennheisers. Sennheisers, they no longer offer dinghy passes or access unless you get the mooring ball, which has gone up in price. Almost 50%, $57 a night. Woo, it's a steep mooring ball. So yeah, Solomon's a little harder for cruisers like us who prefer to anchor out. Or families who don't hold the dinghy as you're getting off. So we're gonna head to town, have a little fun, hit Walmart up and pick up a few more flannel shirts for this cold weather, right, kiddo?
Yeah.
All right. What color flannel today?
I don't know.
Red and black, maybe? All right, let's go have some fun. Maybe even hit up an Olive Garden for my daughter. It's her favorite.
Yay!
What do you call sailors who are at Walmart? Excited.
No COVID for me.
What do you call sailors who are at Walmart?
I don't know what.
Excited.
He's excited.
All right, that was a quick trip into Solomon's Island. Actually over the bridge to Lexington Park. Had a great time at Walmart. We're only here for one day, 2 nights. We're heading out tomorrow morning. We're heading back to, heading south towards Deltaville. That'll be our next stop. It's a beautiful anchorage. Let me just show you around. Look at that. Since we didn't fly the drone, let me give you a little 360. So very peaceful anchorage, quiet, calm.
Another family came and anchored behind us here. And that's cool. We saw them. They were heading into town just now. So a great stop in Solomon's. I love it. Love it. It's a nice little place. And on our way, it's one of the few spots here where there's a lot of restaurants and civilization right by the anchorage, which is always cool. Really cool. Rest of the Chesapeake is a lot of nice and really quiet anchorages. So having these spots is a good change of pace. We'll see you tomorrow morning on the water.
But you should show them they didn't turn out.
Oh, let me see. What else do you have?
Sausage.
It's good. It's real good. Sometimes it's just about being out on the water, watching the sunrise, having a good breakfast. Just being out here. It's like medication for the soul. Really nice. It's a good day. It's a good day.